Now this nasty thing is called the Neta V. This car is so laughable that we decided to completely ignore Neta altogether. However, I think the joke's on us because at the Malaysia Auto Show, they now have this, the Neta X, which Neta says is a proper contender in the EV segment, rather than that nonsense. And so we're here to take a look at what this is like, and more importantly, to also see what Neta might be bringing in the very near future. My name is AIMAN ABDULLAH. This is the Neta stand at the Malaysia Auto Show. Now, because we're exhausted, I'm not really going to move around. The Neta X is a C-segment SUV, all electric according to them, and they do promise that this should be a little bit more competitive. And so the Neta X is not being launched, it's merely being previewed here in Malaysia and will be available in 4 variants: the 400 Comfort, the 500 Comfort, the 400 Luxury, and the 500 Luxury. So 2 trim levels, 2 battery options. The smaller of the two is a 52.49 kilowatt-hour battery, whereas the larger is 64.14. Now, with the smaller battery, you can expect a range slightly more than 400 kilometers, whereas the larger battery will do a little bit more than 480 on the NEDC cycle. Now, the onboard charger for this for AC charging is 6.6 kilowatts, whereas for DC charging, they don't say. However, they do say that 30 to 80% will take about 30 minutes, and so we reckon it should be perhaps 80 kilowatts. Now, this vehicle is obviously front-wheel drive with a single motor over the front axle, which means that power is rated at 120 kilowatts with torque at 210 kilowatts, which means 0 to 100 can be done in 9.5 seconds. This is irrespective of model because the motor doesn't change. Now, the thing about the Neta X is that it's available in 5 colors. It does look relatively nice. It has a relatively upmarket interior, which we will show you now via some B-rolls. And ultimately, we will have to see what this car is going to be priced at. Now, Neta says this should start at a little bit over 110,000 ringgit and top out at a little bit over 130,000 ringgit, which we certainly believe is quite competitive for a vehicle within this segment. However, given the fact that Neta does have a little bit of a reputation in this country, thanks, or rather no thanks, to the Neta V, it remains to be seen whether or not local distributor Go Auto will be able to market this more convincingly. Now, because this is an auto show, Neta has decided to bring in a couple of more interesting vehicles for us to look at. This is the Neta GT, which is a 2-door, 2+2 sports car. And we know literally nothing else. There are no other details being offered aside from the fact that it has, a glass roof, a 12-speaker audio system with something called Sky Sound. No idea what that means, but we can only assume that given this slinky shape, it should be decently fast. But this isn't actually the car that we're interested in. What we're actually more interested in is this. This is the Neta S, which is a large 4-door coupe-like saloon, which looks absolutely fantastic. On top of having frameless doors, a glass roof, as well as a full gamut of ADAS features, there are also huge, fantastical tech features in there, such as a large central touchscreen, a full-color heads-up display, a tiny, titchy little digital instrument cluster, which reminds us a little bit too much of the Neta V. But more importantly, this is a far more upmarket and far more mature product compared to the Neta V, which we dislike vehemently. Now, again, this and the Neta GT are all left-hand drive models, which means it is not clear whether or not there is any intention or any possibility of these cars being offered in the Malaysian market, but we can certainly dream, especially when they look this good. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Neta and its range of products, including the Neta V, which will soon be locally assembled, and they claim it will be 75,000 ringgit once that's done, which we still think is too expensive, you can check out the Neta booth here at the Malaysia Auto Show happening from today and will last all the way until the end of the week. And if you'd like to learn more about the other booths here and the other cars debuting here at the Malaysia Auto Show, stay tuned because we've still got a lot more coverage coming.